Welcome to the Career Ready podcast. Learn about resumes, cover letters, LinkedIn, interviewing, and all things you need to be career ready with the Career Services Center at College of DuPage. I'm your host, Pierre Michiels. I'm excited to have Kika with me. Kika is currently a legal studies student at College of DuPage, but she has a great story to share that includes making big changes, including moving to a different country and starting a new career path. That is all I'll say for now because she can tell much better than I can. Kika, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's honestly an honor. I am super excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to hear your story and share that with our listeners. Yeah, so as we get started here, can you provide a quick introduction, or as we would like to say, your elevator pitch?
Oh, okay. Or a little about me. So, hi, everyone. So, my name is Carol Pinzon, but you can call me Kika. And I currently work as a front desk administrative assistant at Casas Immigration law firm. I am the first point of contact for clients and families. So, my role focuses on creating a welcoming experience, supporting clientele, and case preparation, and making sure the office stays organized and runs smoothly. Before this, I worked as a legal assistant at a bankruptcy law firm where I gained experience in case preparation, document preparation, and most important, drafting, petition chapter 7 and chapter 13, and client communication during stressful times for them. As you say, I am pursuing an associate degree in legal studies here at College of DuPage, and I volunteer through Know Your Rights in Glen Ellyn, the Know Your Right clinics, legal clinics. Also, I was part of the Process Help Desk in Family Law and the Dispatchment Clinic at DuPage County Courthouse in Wheaton last spring. And that helped me to strengthen my commitment to access to justice and especially to community service. So one of my passion is serve to the underserved communities. And right now the immigrant community need all our support. I am here being a proud Latina.
I love hearing that, Kika. Your passion, your excitement for serving or the underrepresented, being there. I hear that passion in the work you're doing. And that's part of why I enjoy talking to you so much. I know there's more to your story, and we're going to unpack that a little bit. But just talking a little bit more about your story. Right? You moved to the United States, and I'm assuming cultural differences, right? I've never been to Colombia, but can you just share a little bit about those cultural changes and really what helped you move to the United States and start understanding the norms here?
Okay, so the first question about the difference. The professional cultural difference is a subject that we can speak about all day long. And this can be a podcast with any numbers of episodes. But I am going to speak about one small difference that makes me smile and is very significant to show the cultural gap, the professional cultural gap between Colombia and the United States. So my hometown is Bucaramanga. Bucaramanga is a small city, not a town, it's a small city. So the normal office hours there is from 8 to 12 p.m. and 2 to 6 p.m., which means that when I was living in Colombia, I had 2 hours lunch break. So lunch is not just for eating your food. It was time to slow down, recharge, and most important, to connect with your coworkers. Here, lunch is totally different. You just have time to settle down a little bit, eat literally, and that's it.
That is a big difference. Not that one is necessarily right or wrong, but that's got to be a big transition. Uh, I don't know, the first time you had lunch here in the United States professionally, were you surprised that it was over so quickly?
Yes. I have to say yes. So also it's different because I used to take my time to enjoy the food. So right now I need to enjoy my food a little bit shorter.
Hmm.
But still, it's just an adjustment. And I was, prepared in my mind that I am making this big change in my life and I have a reason to do it. So this is a small difference, but I can adjust. It's not something that is against my belief or something like that. It's just a habit,
Hmm.
and you can build a habit in a time. Something that is still for me hard is about the core worker relationship. I work with an amazing team. But like I say, the lunch time for me was time to speak about. But here, because this is short period of time, so you say hello, you are eating, and that's it.
Hmm. I could definitely see when you have that 2 hours for lunch, and if you're taking that lunch with your coworkers, there's a lot more time to just kind of relax and build those personal relationships. Where here in the United States, a lot of that employment is professional relationships and like knowing the correct times to be engaging in those types of conversations.
That's true. And that is, like I said, this is an ongoing process. Every day I am still learning. But I am very fortunate that I work with this amazing team. And all of them, they are female, powerful women. So it is really a nice, it's a blessing. And speaking about like at the US professional norms, I would say, first of all, discipline and consistency. So you have to be focused in what do you want and why you are making these changes to not set back. Like, okay, I am moving forward. I need to keep learning. I need to keep adjust myself to this new environment, professional environment. But the main point to understand the U.S. professional norms, it was College of DuPage. So in the legal studies program, all the professors are attorneys. Some of them retired, some of them are practicing right now. So they just not bring to the table theory or okay, let's go in to learn more about the Constitution and yada yada yada. No, they also bring to the table the real experience. So what are the expectations for the employers? How is work with an attorney in the different kind of law? So this is something that help you in the program to be aware what can you expect and how you can be prepared in the time that you are putting your feet on the door of the legal field.
Through your education and through your work, finding these good role models, these good people you could tap into and trust and ask questions of has really been the key to helping you better understand these new expectations in the workforce.
Totally. And even if I can say names, I will say the legal studies department chair, Annie Knight. She's the one that you can schedule an appointment and you can go with her like, Annie, I am trying to understand this. It can be something professional in your legal field. It can be something academic. She's always open and she listens to you. She has the best advice. So that make you feel confident in what you are facing of. So it's amazing. Like I say, for me, the faculty members of the legal studies program and in general College of DuPage help you to be ready even for an immigrant. So we have the many cultural difference, but at the end when you got your degree, you are ready. Really, you are ready to go there and eat the world in the professional way.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised that you found a great mentor in Annie, and I'm glad that you did. And for any of our listeners trying to make these changes, right, finding someone that you could tap into, someone that you can return to is a great resource. So then getting back to your story a little bit, we just talked about making the change of a whole different country. But before you moved to the United States, I know you were doing some other work. So what motivated you to change your career path as you made the change in location?
Okay, so what motivated me in general, we can say like it wasn't a big decision to make the change. I used to be a real estate agent and I own my my business, my real estate business in Colombia before I came here. But if you're a good real estate agent, you need to know legal, like a basic legal concept, contracts, and especially the consequences for your people, for the clients who believe in you, for any transaction. You without giving any legal advice, but you need to know the procedure. What are the step by step? Even though if we have different type of law that also is a big difference. So here is common law and Colombia is civil law, but still we have procedures and that you have to follow. So it wasn't the legal field indifferent to me. Being an attorney was always on the plate, on the table, but the kind of thing that you just see and probably and you keep moving forward. However, when I came here, for me, it's like it's my time to reward, it's my time to listen myself. And I am 39 years old, so it's also the time to dream, but grounded. So it's different kind like a dreaming. Not it's not like I'm going to be like Harvey Specter in suits. That is not real at my age. So being an attorney is something that sounds fabulous to me, but here is quite expensive and it will be a long pathway. So I decided to see what are the options and that also fulfill, we can say, my soul and my passion. And before legal studies program was known as a legal studies, it was a paralegal program. So I found the paralegal program. It really like I fill out what I was looking for. Is really a nice way to help the community, the underserved communities. So and there are many options. A paralegal is not just working the person who works with an attorney. Paralegal, we have many options in the laboral market. So really, this was the way. Like I listened my patient. I found that this time it was the opportunity to tweak a little bit, and I found College of DuPage, and then like everything. When you are looking to fulfill yourself, your dream, your goals, believe me, everything just comes to you. But you have to also to do something. So
Yeah.
it's like the opportunity find you when you are prepared.
No, I love that. Talking about this idea of having this dream, but then also kind of grounding it, being realistic about it, and then being able to work towards those dreams. So, kind of choosing that path, but then also being able to reflect on what you were doing previously and seeing what you were doing and, those things you enjoyed through that. You know, it sounds like you were really wanted to get into law for a very long time, maybe even before real estate, but through real estate, you were working on some of these skill sets. You were doing these things, which probably helped confirm that, you know what, law is this
Mm-hmm.
path I want to get into. So it sounds very natural. So can we expand on this a little bit, making this transition? Can you just, help explain um, how you did that? I think we already hit on some of that with those similar pieces, but going from real estate to this new path of legal studies, um, how did you do that because you're now working in the legal field, right? You're still studying it, but you're also got your feet wet already. So how did you start making yourself a strong candidate for this
Uh,
change?
okay, I will say that this is how we can say that everything combined uh, to make your dreams and your goals true. So when you are a real estate agent, something that comes natural to you is socializing. That was the reason that I mentioned lunch for me as the professional cultural difference. So I will say networking first of all. So you are preparing yourself. You are in this amazing program. At the same time, if nobody knows about you, nothing will happen.
Mhm.
So networking, but networking in conscious, not sometimes, I love LinkedIn, but I love the real connection, not the ones like I earned $7 million last. That is like yes, I am glad for you, but how can we connect?
Mhm.
So, but when you connect with people and also you are you're recognizing yourself that you have to be humble because you are starting over. So it's not the mindset that, I know everything. It's more like hey, I'm here. I'm ready to learn. I work hard and I want to move forward. How can I do it? What can I do? And how you can be a strong candidate also is volunteering. I know sounds a cliche, but it feeds your soul. And also, someone will know about you. And even if nobody knows about you, you are building skills. You are improving your skills in the field that you love to be or you would like to be there. So this is how you became like a strong candidate. It was what I did. So being involved in the program, I used to be the treasurer and the paralegal club. Unfortunately, I moved to Chicago, new job, so I have to left my role, and I will miss Linda Jenkins because when you get involved and you use the resources that the college and sort of the nonprofit organizations you can use and build uh, yourself better for your professional pathway is amazing. It's how you build. So it for me it's a combination of many stuff. Networking, but networking from heart. Also, we can say also keep preparing yourself. This pathway just started. It's not over and it won't be over. So just keep working, keep preparing, and say loudly when you want when you are looking for something. So, Pierre, the both jobs that I got in the legal field, it was through people who know me, who it was through people who saw in myself something that probably the imposter syndrome didn't let me see. And when you don't want to people that you love to let them down, you work even harder that you have been working. So, and you have to ask. In both occasions, I asked here and there, hey, I am looking for a new job. What are you looking? Hey, I am looking. I would like to be. I would. And someone listens, and this person knew someone else, and here I am. So it's just like you have to be open. You never know what is the opportunity for your life.
Yeah, there's so much great information in there, right? The central theme of networking, but the ways to be networking, the impact of networking, right? Being involved in student clubs and on campus, volunteering, being out in the community, creating those connections through those different things. And then circling back to something that you said very early on in that was being humble through this process, right? Being able to understand that you can learn from people, that, yeah, you do have skill sets, you have your own value, but you're also still just starting off, and that, you can be reaching out to people and learning from people and, going in with that humility to, be willing to say, can you help me, or being comfortable to advocate for yourself and say, I'm looking for an opportunity. Do you have any ideas? Those are all great things that someone could be doing just to better network and create these opportunities and, get into their field before they're completely done with their degree.
Yes, yes, and that is the ideal that you get into the field, especially in the legal world. I will say like the legal field relies a lot in connections. So it's not about like a connect with the most wealthy or powerful attorney. It's just to connect that people know you and someone will back up you. And even let's back to the faculty. Yes, I am super grateful with them. If you are like you are a good student, the professors in the legal studies program, if you showed how you were, they are able to make even a reference to you. I think that everybody does that. And it's powerful. If your professor say, hey, she works hard, she did everything. If you go for an interview and you say, my professor, my department of share, she write down this reference for me, immediately people say like, oh, I can trust you. And it's the first impression beyond your skills. It's like someone always in a company needs person that you can rely, that you can really can trust. And in the legal field, we manage this confidential situation. So you have to be someone that people find you like trustworthy. Definitely.
Yeah, great. So we've talked about you making these big changes, new country, new career path, the resources that you tapped in to go through that. So let's go ahead and just kind of wrap up here. But is there anything else, last tips, insights you want to share with our listeners?
Yes, and I wrote that down. Yes, I love it. And it's like my biggest tip is don't wait until you feel ready. Take the class, apply for the job, ask for help, reach out to career services, talk to people. Your confidence will catch up after you start taking action, and give yourself grace because progress doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent.
It is beautiful. It reminded me of something you said earlier as far as that imposter syndrome, right? Having that, and then if we wait until that goes away, we don't move forward,
No, never.
right? But
Mhm.
to do these little things, we don't feel ready, but we're doing these little things. We may still not feel ready, but at least we're going to be prepared.
That's
Um,
true.
So I love how it's paid off for you. I love that you can share that information. And thank you so much for sharing your story and the insight here today.
No, thank you so much for your time.
All right. And also thank you to all our listeners. There was no listener question in today's episode, but if you have a question you want to hear answered in a future episode, you could submit it to careerpodcast@cod.edu. We hope you join us for our next episode for more information to help you be career ready.